Today I'm making an original jerky flavor, so I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to start with this Smokehouse Products Jerky Brine. This stuff is so good. It tenderizes your meat. It's the perfect base to marinate your jerky in. I like to do mine for 24 hours, so I'm going to mix it with the water, put my meat in it, and let it sit in my fridge overnight. I'm going to smoke my jerky tomorrow. The package here, it says to mix the whole package with 1 cup of hot water. You stir it to dissolve, then add enough water to make 2 quarts of brine solution. I'm only doing 3.79 pounds of jerky, so I'm just going to mix 2.5 tablespoons of this with 2 cups of hot water. Then I'm just going to use my frother and make sure it's mixed well. I went to Costco last week and grabbed some beef round, top round. It's thinly sliced, so I'm just going to cut it into strips to make it a little more jerky-like. If you want a big piece, you can just leave it like that, but I am just going to kind of slice it like this, and that's more like a size of jerky, and you can leave some of them a little bit bigger like that. Here's my sliced meat. Now I'm just going to give this one final mix, make sure it's all mixed together. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to need 2 of these. I'm just going to pour it over my meat. Oh, oops, I spilled a little. You want your meat to be fully covered, so as you can tell, I still have some meat on the top. I'm going to mix up another 2 cups of water with 2.5 tablespoons of the brine mix. Hurry and clean up my mess. One of the things that my husband teases me about is he says that I'm the messiest person ever when I'm cooking, but honestly, you got to make a little mess to have a little fun. Okay, I have another 2 cups of hot water here, and this is one of the things that I've learned about as I've been cooking. It doesn't always turn out perfect the first time. Sometimes you have to modify, sometimes you have to adjust. My motto is, you can always add more, but you can never take it away. And then pour it over your meat. I'm just gonna take my little half a tablespoon here and move the meat around so it's all covered up. And there you go, there's your brine to jerky. I'm going to put the lid on here and I'm gonna take it to my fridge and I'll show you what it looks like in 24 hours. My jerky has been in the fridge for 24 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and make an original dry rub to put on top of it after I remove it from the cure. I am going to start with some celery salt. If you don't have celery salt, you can also use regular salt or seasoned salt, any type of salt, but celery salt is a traditional original jerky flavor ingredient. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of celery salt. Next up, I have some cayenne pepper. This is completely optional. If you don't want something a little bit more spicy, skip this step. You could also sub it for something like some type of just pepper powder if it's a little more mild. I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of the cayenne. So just a dash, essentially. Next up, we have some ground ginger. I'm also going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of this. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of white pepper powder. I have smoked paprika here. I am going to do about 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of this onion powder. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of ground coriander seed, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, and 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Now I'm just going to mix this all together. You can measure it exactly if you want, but I kind of just eyeball my seasonings unless I'm baking. And that is what it looks like. The next step is to remove the jerky meat from the brine. I'm going to lay it flat on these baking sheets with paper towel, and then I'm just going to pat the top dry and I'll lay it out on my baking racks or my jerky racks for smoking. Also, I'm going to go with some mesquite wood chips this time. I'll show you how I use those once I get my Big Chief plugged in and my jerky inside. Here's what the jerky looks like after it's marinated for 24 hours in the fridge. I'm just going to remove it from the brine and lay it out flat on the paper towel. I ended up laying it out on 3 baking sheets, but that's okay. This is what it looks like now. I have some extra paper towels here. I'm just gonna pat the top of the jerky dry. I've got my rack here for the smoker. I like to use these drying racks. It makes the cleanup super easy. The jerky doesn't stick to this, so it makes it really nice. And you can just throw both of these in your dishwasher when you're done. So super easy cleanup. And now I'm just gonna lay my jerky on this rack. All right, here's my jerky on the first rack. I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly sprinkle some of that original dry rub on the jerky. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the smoker. I've got all of my jerky inside my smoker, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Now I'm going to put my lid on. And now for the fun part, I'm gonna add my chips. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in now, and it will start smoking. I usually let my jerky go for about 5.5 hours, or until it's a nice jerky consistency. When I say nice jerky consistency, I mean there's no moisture left in the meat. You should be able to like bend it without it breaking apart, or without it being too dry that it like cracks, but it shouldn't have any moisture in it to where it's like squishy or chewy. It has been about 2.5 hours and my wood chips have pretty much burned out. I'm gonna go ahead and refill this, but first I'm gonna take a look at my jerky and see how it's doing. This is what it's looking like so far. You can tell it's not done yet, but it's starting to get smoky. It's starting to dry up a little bit on the outsides, and it's not as wet. So our meat is dehydrating. And we can smell it's also getting that really smoky flavor. Now that we've got everything switched, we're gonna put our lid back on. I'm gonna fill this back up. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here. Be careful when you touch this because this is hot. It's been another 2 hours. I think some of it is probably close to being done. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. I definitely think like some of these pieces, like this one, is done. You can see it's not squishy anymore. It's dry on the outsides. Let's go ahead and try the bend test. See that it doesn't break. You can see there's no moisture in there. So I think this piece is probably done. I'm gonna leave it out and do a taste test to see, and I'm gonna pull some of these pieces off. I'm gonna take these off. That one can go a little longer because it's a little thicker. Like up here, these are definitely less done. These ones are done because they're very thin. This one's done. Let's do a quick taste test of the jerky. This is one of the pieces that I pulled off first. It passes the bend test. It's perfect. That is so good. I really like that seasoning I made. It's not spicy, but I'm getting the different flavors that I put in there. I can taste a little bit of the coriander. I can taste the white pepper. It's not too salty, so that's one thing I look for in a jerky. I don't want it too salty. That is really, really good. My jerky's been on for about 6 hours. I'm gonna check it. I think it's probably done, but let's go ahead and see. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks spectacular. Look at that jerky. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off my smoker. I'm gonna set that up there so I don't melt this cute little tray. And then I'm just gonna start pulling the jerky off, and I will let it cool completely before I put it in a Ziploc bag. And I like to store mine in the fridge. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's what I call some jerky. This is perfect. This is so much better than anything you can buy at the store. It's perfectly dehydrated with the Big Chief smoker. It's also the perfect amount of smoky flavor. Run to the store, grab some thinly sliced meat, go ahead and make yourself some homemade jerky. You won't regret it.